right? Most people want to spend time with family and so on, yeah? So, good evening and thank you, ladies, for joining me today. I'm Kavitha. I'm a pharmacist by profession and a doTERRA essential oil user for the past 7 years. I've been a pharmacist for the past 18 years. All right. Jocelyn, if you don't mind, just take a photo of the participants for me at about now or later lah. All right. Thank you. So today's session is going to be about going through the perimenopause and also the menopausal phase that we as women will go through lah. Of course, men tak payah nak cakap lah, there is no such thing. But for us women, as we go through after the childbearing ages and as we step into the 40s, mid-40s, 50s and beyond, right? So today's session I am basing on Dr. Mariza Sinder. She is a medical doctor by profession and she has written quite a number of books. I have read her book on a basic book on essential oils. The second one was hormonal balancing for women, which I have done a class on women's wellness. Is also partially from her book. And this one was just launched April this year, 2021. So it's very new. I bought immediately knowing it was written by her so that I can share this session with all of us as women to support us through this perimenopause, menopause stage. So the book is 300 pages thick lah. So I cannot rumuskan semua dalam 1 jam. But if you would like to purchase it, I bought it at this is 95 ringgit if I'm not mistaken, from depository.com. This is a hardcover. Probably later on there will be another version coming out lah. So if you need to invest in a book that you think you will need to guide yourself, to support yourself through perimenopause and menopause, this is an excellent book to buy and have as reference. Okay, she also touches base on supplements, which I'm not going to talk about because in 1 jam tak boleh habis. Supplements, exercise and so on. It's a very holistic manner of us sauntering to perimenopause and menopause, because frankly as women, a lot of us have this fear lah, oh, we are already in our 40s ke 50s ke, we are aging and we are declining and we become useless and become hopeless, we are losing a lot of our abilities and so on. So this book she wrote basically was because of her mom. Okay, her mom was going through a very rough menopause and she decided that she, as a medical doctor, she would be able to support her mother's journey. So this is the daughter's endeavor to help her mother, and ultimately this book has come to us to help all of us as well. All right, so without wasting a lot of time, let me start sharing my slides. Okay, so today's session is women's hormonal health, basically for perimenopause and menopause as well. Let me just close this. Okay, so regardless of whether you decide to use essential oils or not in your daily practice, we cannot run away from these basics lah that we have to touch base with. All right, so when we look at health and wellness in a very holistic manner, essential oils just come in as one small part of the equation. It is not a cure-all. It is not that when you pakai essential oil tu, semua sakit akan hilang, tak akan jatuh sakit, semua penyakit akan hilang. It's not like that. Alright, this is just a tool. It's natural, it's safe, and it's affordable if you know how to use it correctly to support your health and wellness from your physical, from your mental, and from your emotional well-being. So the basic of it always when I start my class is I emphasize a lot on the basis of the pyramid, which is eating right. Because the food that you eat fuels your body, the food that you eat builds your body, and the food that you eat can also poison your body. So this goes back to making good food choices, from your reducing your processed food, from cooking from scratch, from cutting off unnecessary sugars, flavorings, the artificial stuff, the things that you buy in boxes that are put into boxes and kept on the shelf for a very extended period of time. So all these additives that we eat, all these ultra processed food, highly processed food, can cause a lot of issues in our gut. Our gut is our stomach, where we, of course, basically digest our food. But at the same time, the gut is where it is sort of a center for our emotions as well. And at the same time, it is also a very important factor in determining our immune system. So you see how important that food is right now. It's not just makan untuk hidup, it's makan untuk sehat. We eat to live a healthy life, right? Number 2 is exercise, because when you exercise, you can maintain a good body mass index, a good BMI. Ultimately, of course, we do not want to be overweight or obese, because the more weight you carry, the harder your body has to work, your heart has to pump, your joints have to carry your weight. So ideally, we try to be in a normal body weight, a healthy body weight, okay? And exercising also supports our immune system, it supports our emotions, it supports our focus, and at times when you do exercise, you find that you have really good sleep because you have tired yourself out well and your body needs to rest, and it sort of gives you the endorphins as well. So it keeps you very happy to for a certain amount of hours as well. If you exercise and you sweat, you'll be able to experience that. So this is a very good kind of addiction lah, a good exercise addiction. Rest and managing stress also goes hand in hand, because if you do not rest, if you do not manage your stress well, this can also contribute to aging. You age faster, you have more aches and pains, your hormone levels go haywire because you are not resting, you are not sleeping, you are not getting that deep sleep that your body requires to restore itself, to regenerate, to detoxify. So you see, this machine or this body that God has given us, it can actually self-sustain itself, but you just need to treat it well with all these things. Okay, other than that, it do everything for you. It pump the blood for you, it breathe for you, everything dia buat. Okay, so the last bit that you can control as well from a lifestyle point is reducing your toxic load. Especially for women, we carry a higher body burden compared to our male counterparts, because we as women, we use a lot more personal care product. Kan, as women, we have, you can just go and have a look, your dresser and your husband's portion. Usually your husband's portion should be much less lah. Women would have more. We have soap, we have cream, we have shampoo, we have makeup, we have body oil, we have all kinds of stuff. Okay, so all these that you apply on your skin, why is it important to make sure that these are clean products, natural products with no ingredients that may be difficult for you to pronounce? Because your skin is the biggest or the largest organ on your body. So whatever you apply on your skin, basically 70% of it akan masuk dalam badan. It goes into your body, it goes into your bloodstream. When it goes into your bloodstream, it goes into your system already. So when you are using, can you imagine how many things you put on your body kan? Including deodorant, perfume, hairstyle, spray and all that. All these things are going into your system. And like it or not, they play a part in balancing, or they sort of disrupt the hormonal balance in our body, because we're just looking at one part of the toxic load. We haven't calculated the air that you breathe, the cleaners that you use at home, the food that you eat, the packaging that you use your food in, BPA, all these things are, we call it endocrine disruptors. This is the name that we use. So they basically mimic your body. And as we know, women, we have estrogen, we have progesterone, we have testosterone, we have thyroid, we have so many hormones that they are in a very delicate balance. So when we start putting in a lot of toxins into your lifestyle. When we start absorbing a lot of this from our lifestyle choices, this delicate balance goes haywire. And when this delicate balance go haywire, your body goes into chaos. It's not in balance. It's not homeostasis anymore. So this is why I am going to share a little bit more later about that. Okay. The next two parts you will see is, of course, informed self-care. You go for your regular blood checks, your pap smears, your mammogram, do whatever that is required yearly just to have a check and balance your thyroid levels, especially for women. Very important. You may also want to add on a vitamin D content now. That vitamin D seems to be lacking in a lot of us, even though we live in a country with sunlight almost every day. So get this checked, because this can also be one of the causes of your whatever challenges that you're facing. So let's look at the body burden. Just now I was mentioning what you inhale. Are you inhaling fragrances in your home? Because as women, we are always taught that a house that is clean smells good. So therefore, we love to buy things that smell good, to mop our floor, to spray on our curtains, to put in the laundry. Alright, so please make sure that all these are not fragrance, synthetics. Synthetics means they are man-made, they are not natural, and therefore they add the body burden to your body, to your skin and to your body. Okay? And we also look into chemical toxins that you may be using, because as women, we are the one cleaning the house, kan? Of course, we do have husbands, partners, and children helping as well. But most of the time, in most homes, it is us women are doing the cleaning. So when we are touching these cleaners, are we using gloves? Does it mean that there are some chemicals you rasa takut nak pegang, or you know that when you wash certain thing, you need to wear a mask because the fumes are like you can pengsan from it, it irritates your lungs and so on. So these chemicals, again, they affect not just you, but your whole family. These are some things to look into as well. So as we go into perimenopause and menopause, I am in my 40s, I'm 44 this month. So I am in that age of, I would call it perimenopause as well. So this is what I would also love to have for myself as I go into my 40s and beyond, right? I would love to sustain my energy and focus. I would love to have a robust immune system, because no matter what happens around us, no matter what bacteria or virus that is around us, at the end of the day, it is up to our immune system to fight it, whether there is a vaccine or no vaccine. So it is good to have a robust immune system. I would love to age gracefully. I would love to be free of chronic aches and pains, which is often associated with aging. I would love to reduce my risk of chronic illnesses. Chronic illnesses are diabetes, high blood, cholesterol, autoimmune, all those chronic illnesses that could be prevented basically by lifestyle choices. I would love to have restful sleep. I have restful sleep, and I would love to continue having restful sleep. Restful sleep means you go to bed easily, you stay asleep, and you wake up feeling good. Okay, that is restful deep sleep. Emotionally balanced, because when our hormones lari, tak balance, our emotions also lari. So sometimes you become incredible hug in front of your husband or your children. So you know emotion not balanced at some time. So you need some support. Okay, so let's go into what are essential oils. For me, when I started 7 years ago, it was not for me. It was for my son. I have 2 teenage boys now. My youngest was diagnosed with a cancer, leukemia, a blood cancer, when he was 16 months old as a baby. So as a pharmacist, frankly, I did not believe in essential oils. I thought they were a scam because I did not know more about what I thought I knew. I thought I knew a lot, but actually I didn't know anything. Okay, so coming down to learning about it and looking into it, because I wanted to support his immune system after chemotherapy for 2 years. He started going to kindergarten, falling sick, because every other day somebody there would have a flu, would have a cough. And unlike normal children, I could not just take him to a clinic. I have to bawa dia balik, tengok this, draw blood and so on. It's very, very traumatizing. So this is something I thought I had to do something about it. Beyond his medication, his food that I have taken care of, I was looking for something else that would come in to support him. That would be, it must be natural, it must be safe, and of course it must be affordable. If not, we cannot use it long term. Okay, so essential oils are basically aromatic compounds. They are all from plant. It's not from animal at all. So it could be the seed, bark, root, flower. It could also be the stem. Okay, very easy example is when you peel a mandarin orange. When you peel the orange can, the peel, when you peel it, you can smell the orange aroma. Now this is actually essential oil already. We have all experienced it before. When we smell a rose, these days want to smell rose susah kan, tak boleh keluar. Right, so essential oils have been there from the beginning of time. So when essential oils came into my life, I did not know that they could do so much, because in my mind, I only saw essential oil as aromatherapy with that small burner and that candle, a tea light candle, water, and you put a few drops and wow, your room smells good. That's all. That's not what I wanted for my son. Okay, I wanted something to help his physical body. Right, so this is when I got to know that there are 4 grades of essential oil. So the one that I thought was essential oil actually was not essential oil. It was synthetic perfume. Synthetic means it's man-made in a lab to smell like lavender, to smell like orange. But actually, if you look at the chemical constituent, the chemistry, it is not the same. Our body knows it, our body knows it. Our body knows which is natural and which is synthetic. That's why when we pakai benda-benda yang synthetically fragrance, it becomes toxin in your body. Your body needs to work harder to eliminate it. That also if you are actually drinking enough water, moving your body, sleeping enough. So when you don't touch base on all these things, but you are adding on the burden, something chronic will happen down the road. That's why I say it's like slow poison. Okay, so the second grade is the food grade, which we find in our baked goods. The third grade is therapeutic grade, the purple one. We find there are many brands in the market that are therapeutic grade. However, looking at essential oils in the market in general, there is no governing body that certifies these are pure. So this is where doTERRA came in, and they decided that if this essential oil market is not regulated, that means anybody can sell anything and just label it pure lavender, pure lemon, and people will just buy, not knowing whether it is real or not. And this is dangerous, because if you're going to use adulterated oils, impure oils, this is going to cause body burden, it's going to cause chronic issues. That's not what we want to do, kan? Right, so this is where doTERRA coined the term certified pure therapeutic grade or certified pure tested grade. So being the leader, the market leader of essential oils right now, these are a couple of things that you may want to look into if you are considering to invite essential oils into your home. You could have another brand at home right now. So if you do, these are the questions you need to ask the company that is providing you with these essential oils, right? So as a customer, you have valid reasons to ask because you are using it. Just like when you buy your canned food. Usually when I buy things, I look at the ingredients, because these days they can say so many things on the big label, but when you look at the ingredients, it's different, kan? So these are times where we just need to be cautious and we need to be a learned consumer. So first of all, look at the plant quality. Where are the plants? Where are the oils coming from? Are they coming from different parts of the world? Chemicals and pesticides used on the plants before they are distilled? What are the production processes? Are there tests being done? And what is the storage like? So for doTERRA essential oils, the oils come from all over the world. A very easy example I always like to quote is lavender essential oil, right? So doTERRA lavender comes from France. Lavender essential oil is very common in all essential oil companies, okay? And almost 80% of lavender essential oil in the market is adulterated. They have tested. So you see that when you buy brands that are not doing tests and are not showing you the purity, you don't really know what you're buying actually. It could be only 50% lavender, and another God knows how many percent of other ingredients there. And even when it comes to just lavender, it's not lavender only. We need to know the exact species. So doTERRA has identified lavender agustifolia. When you get any bottle of doTERRA essential oil, not just the name, but the species is labeled there as well. Okay, this is very, very important. So the lavender in France has the highest linalool content. They sent their teams out all over the world, got the lavender samples, and they found that this particular part in the world has the best lavender content. God put it there, is naturally growing there, okay, because the soil, the temperature, everything suits the growth of this plant. That's why it has the highest linalool content. Why do we want the highest linalool content? Because when you grab your lavender essential oil most of the time, you want to feel calm, right? You want to sleep well, right? You want to reduce skin irritation, right? So this is the linalool that you need. If you are using oils that are pure and potent, that's why with doTERRA oils we use 1 or 2 drops only at a time, because they are very potent. This is the correlation. Another example I like to give is if you go and makan durian. If you come to Penang, you go to Balik Pulau, you makan durian, and then you decide you want to take the seed back to Australia and plant it there, most likely the durian that you get will not have the same texture and the same flavor, because it is not naturally grown in Australia, right? So you get my point here, right? So looking at the kind of tests, now doTERRA does over 40 tests per batch for every essential oil. So this is quite tedious, and I'm not going to go through everything, but I want to just point out one particular test that is a very basic test that all essential oils companies should do if they are to be proven as pure lah. Okay, so this is called a GCMS testing. For doTERRA, you can go to this website, and at every single bottle that you have, single essential oil, at the bottom of the bottle, you will see a 7-digit batch number. All you have to do is key in that 7-digit batch number to get your GCMS test result. Basically, this GCMS test is gas chromatography, mass spectrometry. It tells you the actual content in that bottle. You cannot lie, you cannot cheat. Okay, this is what chemists and aromatherapists use to prove that the bottle of oil you are buying is actually what it says. It's not added with other chemicals that may smell like lavender. Because frankly, our nose we cannot detect. Only a test done in the lab can give you that certainty. So when you use doTERRA oils, these tests are open to public and they are third-party tested. It is not just done in-house, but third-party with APRC. So it's like serum lah for essential oil, okay? So they are very transparent about this, and this is why I choose to partner with doTERRA essential oils, because using adulterated essential oils is going to cause havoc. So let's go into how we can use essential oils. There are 3 ways of usage: A for aromatic, T topical, and I internal. Aromatic basically is to inhale. Okay, these are very tiny molecules. They are airborne, and so why do we want to use them aromatically? Number 1 is because it's the fastest and cheapest way to get everyone in the home to sort of derive the benefit of an essential oil. We do not use candle and burner or heat with doTERRA essential oils, mainly because the heat can change the chemistry of the essential oil. So therefore, they always recommend to get a diffuser. It's an electrical gadget, plug it in, put water, add a couple of drops depending on the size of your room, switch it on, and the diffuser will break these molecules into the air so that everybody can inhale. Why do we want to diffuse? Number 1, emotions, especially now with the pandemic that is still going on, 1 year plus, we are home, our emotions are very much affected, from children to adult to the seniors. Okay, we want to be able to support memory, we want to be able to support behavior, and of course for restful sleep. Another thing I want to share is when you're using your diffuser with your air purifier, if you have air purifier at home, do not use at the same time, because your air purifier will clean your oils out of your air. So let's say nak juga pakai air purifier dulu, then you can switch on your air purifier first, make sure everything okay, switch off, and then only start your diffuser. Okay, if not, you're going to waste your money. Same with your aircon. If you have aircon with haze mode, air purifier mode, please switch off when you're using your diffuser with aircon on. Alright, now the next one is of course topical application, where we apply at selected areas that need that support. Okay, so with doTERRA oil, we need to dilute with a carrier oil. Always dilute, number one, because we want these oils to go deeper into the body. If not, they will just meruap sahaja, they will just evaporate. Okay, that's not the correct way of using. Number two, these oils are very potent. So example is 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to 20 over cups of peppermint tea. So can you imagine every day you put 1 drop of peppermint tea on your or peppermint oil on your palm? Sooner or later that part will become red and itchy and inflamed. Okay, because it's very pure and it irritates the skin. So this is number two. Number three, the correct way of using is always to dilute. Always dilute when you use on your skin, even if it is a safe oil like frankincense, like lavender, because you never know how different or how much skin integrity you have. So even oils that are safe can irritate your skin over a period of time. So don't take the risk, just dilute it. A usual dilution I would recommend is 1 drop of essential oil, 10 drops of your fractionated coconut oil, and you can apply where necessary. Of course, the other way is I always use a roller lah. So we just siapkan in the roller, dilute, siap-siap, and then just pakai sahaja. Right. The third way of using is consumption, meaning we are going to consume the oil. If you feel that you're not comfortable consuming essential oils yet, no problem with that, but you can do it if you want to. Usually you can just get a mug of water, a cup. Please make sure it's either ceramic, metal, glass, no plastic. Okay, because the essential oils can leach plastic out from your container into your water and you will be consuming microplastic, which is toxic. Okay, so when you want to consume essential oil for any purpose, you can put 1 drop of essential oil, a little bit of honey or a pinch of salt, stir and consume. Very easy, so that this will be able to go into your system slowly. Now let's look at how we can support ourselves through our 40s, 50s and 60s. The first thing I want to touch base on is stress, because stress is a silent killer. Stress is invisible. So this is something that you may find, if you find that these are the symptoms you are having or a family member is having, it is likely due to unresolved, unmanaged stress. Wired and tired. Difficulty falling asleep despite being tired. Tired but cannot sleep. How many of you have that? Okay, mood swings. Mood swings. Okay, sekejap happy, sekejap marah, sekejap happy, sekejap sedih. Skin issues. Suddenly you have rashes coming up, irritation, low libido, weight gain, sudden weight gain, even though you are eating normal, your normal portion and so on, sudden weight gain, cravings for sugary food. Due to stress, some people when they are highly stressed, they will just start makan sugary food to fuel them. This is not right, because then you go in another cycle that will never end. Okay, frequently unwell, always having a sore throat, cough or flu, always unwell. This could be due to stress. So Dr. Mariza, this is from Dr. Mariza's book. This is her recommendation, not mine. So her Zen mode top 5 oils that she recommends is bergamot. Bergamot is a citrus oil. It's like limau purut, okay? Cedarwood, this is a wood oil. It's like pencil shaving. Clary sage, very nice, very hormone balancing. So you see that the 40s and 50s essential oil, quite a bit of clary sage will come in. Clary sage, geranium, lavender kind of oils. Okay, frankincense, we know is the king of oils. Amazing for its ability to calm the monkey mind, to aid even meditation. It has got a lot of this alpha pinene, which goes seamlessly into our brain and sort of controls your limbic system to sort of calm down because you are highly stressed. And of course, lavender, I mentioned the linalool content, kan? So some of the diffuser blends that she recommends also would be Balance. doTERRA Balance is a grounding blend of frankincense, whole wood, blue tansy. If you're not the flowery person, go for Balance. Lavender peace, very nice. Lavender, vetiver, marjoram, Roman chamomile combination. And you can also try these combinations: Roman chamomile, clary sage and sandalwood, lavender, bergamot and frankincense, cedarwood, wild orange and lavender. Now, for instance, she has recommended this and you don't know whether they would smell good, kan? So if you have the oils at home, you just open up the bottle. Let's say 3 bottles lah. I have 2 here only. So you just swirl it in front of your nose. Okay, so if you find that it smells good to you, then you can mix it in your diffuser. The other way, of course, if you rasa macam tak boleh bau sangat, you put 1 drop each of the oil and you inhale and exhale. If it smells good to you, go ahead and put it in your diffuser. For a standard size room diffuser, I would recommend just 4 drops of essential oil for a small standard size room. Some of the oils you may not need even up to 4. Some even 2 drops pun dah cukup. Total essential oil. If you have a very large room, you may need 6 drops. Okay, and I would recommend every 2 to 3 days to rotate the essential oil so that your nose doesn't lose its sensitivity. You get sort of used to that smell after a certain time. Then after that, you tell me, I cannot smell already. So actually, the oils are there. Don't add any more, right? Just rotate it. Now, let's talk about sleep, because stress and sleep is very much adik-beradik, I would say. Yeah? Okay, so sleep means, this is her definition of sleep. Restful sleep means sleeping for 85% of the time. That means when you go to sleep, get into bed, as in get into bed, you're not tossing and turning or lying awake and thinking for too long. It means 85% of the time you memang tidur. Okay, fall asleep within 30 minutes of lying on your pillow. Okay, and you wake up once or less. Once is untuk go to urinate lah. Okay, if you're waking up more than once, it means that you are not getting your deep restful sleep. We need, if I'm not mistaken, is about 2 to 3 hours of deep sleep a night. If you are not clocking in the deep sleep, your sleep is considered as disruptive or unrestful sleep. Therefore, when you wake up, you feel like I tak tidur langsung. I still feel very tired. Therefore, everything else pun lari lah. Okay. So some of the things that can cause a sleep issue, if you look at it, number 1 is low melatonin. This low melatonin is because you sleep with your phone. When you are sleeping on the pillow, your phone is in front of you with the light shining at your face. Kan? So please do not sleep with your phone. When you go to bed, I would highly recommend you take your phone and put it outside of your bedroom. Switch it off. All your Wi-Fi should be off, because this also disrupts your sleeping pattern. Wi-Fi are waves that you cannot see. So switch it off, because nobody should be using Wi-Fi at night while you sleep. So off it lah, right? Get a normal alarm clock. You see my alarm clock is a real alarm clock. So you put at your bedside to wake up. Don't use your phone as an alarm clock, because there is a tendency also for some of you, and I've heard from many other women, when they go to toilet at night, they also on their phone to check. So when you do that, you are disrupting your sleep. Okay, so you're self-sabotaging. So please put the phone outside. Hormone imbalances could also cause this. Stress as usual, because when you are stressed, the hormone that is spiking high is cortisol. Cortisol is not a good hormone to be spiking up high all the time. It does its work when it's required only. Stress is good, but chronic stress is not good for the body. It causes a lot of issues. And poor sleep hygiene. Now, poor sleep hygiene is just now I mentioned going to bed with your electronics, not having a proper bed schedule or ritual. Today you sleep at 9 p.m., tomorrow you sleep at midnight, the day after you sleep at 2 a.m. So your body is like, it doesn't know what to expect from you. Okay, so therefore it becomes very, very disruptive, and you find that as you enter your 40s, you cannot be doing this like partying at 2 a.m. and coming at 3 a.m. and waking up at 5 a.m. Okay, those days are over. It doesn't work that way anymore. Okay, so this is a time when you need to start putting things right. So these are some of the sleep recommendations by Dr. Mariza. Her top five essential oils are lavender because of the linalool. If you do not like lavender, you can go to vetiver. Vetiver is a very kau grounding root oil. Okay, memang you will sleep lah like nobody's business, I tell you. Okay, cedarwood is from the bark. Roman chamomile, very nice, calming, soothing oil. Ylang ylang. This is because for menopause kan. So ylang ylang also support the hormones. So the diffuser blends she has mentioned, these are the 4 that she has recommended. So you may want to, if you have these oils, to try and use them and see how that works for you. Now this is another ritual that she recommends every woman to do. This one not just menopause saja you buat lah. Kalau boleh from the beginning, why not kan? A good ritual, just like when we have children and we have a bedtime ritual for them. We get them to brush their teeth, change pajamas, read a book, lullaby, off light, sleep. So the body already knows what to expect. So when you set a tone for your body every day, by that time memang you will already feel like, oh, I want to sleep, because your body is already used to it. Just like some of us, we wake up early, your body is used to it. Suddenly you wake up late, it's not like you have extra sleep, you feel even more tired. Okay, so healing is a part that a lot of us as women, we don't take time to do. It is part of self-care, because frankly we always use the excuse that I do not have enough time. I have a family, I have children, I have in-laws, I have parents, I have husband, I have this, I have that. But what about time for you? So you may want to use this bedtime ritual for yourself, for healing, journaling, a gratitude journal maybe. I started a gratitude journal a few years ago. It was not a great big thing, but it was very useful to me, because when you end your day with gratitude, basically I just write down 5 things I am grateful for every day at night. Okay, so throughout the day, my mind is basically looking for things to be grateful for, because I have to write at night kan. So even the smallest thing is something to be grateful for. Even being healthy, having food, having water, having internet, having a healthy family, all these things we take for granted. These are things to be grateful for. So once you start writing them down, you feel like, I am so grateful for whatever I have. Unwinding, you may want to do some deep breathing exercises, or you may also want to do some application of essential oil on yourself, a massage. It's to unwind, to go to bed, right? Okay, for ladies who have issues with bladder, sometimes we have a weak bladder as we age, find that we need to get up frequently to urinate. So this is a recommended roller. Many women have tried it even in our group, and they find it good, even for the elderly. So use 5 drops of cypress essential oil and 5 drops of juniper berry, 10 ml roller, and then you top up with your coconut oil. You apply at the lower abdomen, just above your pubic hair area lah. So before bed would be good. Okay, the next issue that perimenopause and menopausal women face, the hot flushes and night sweats. So hot flushes and night sweats, according to her, usually come in the late 50s. It doesn't mean that you would have it, but some women do, some women don't. Okay, very much individualized. So some of the triggers, she says, that could lead to an increase of hot flushes is hot drinks, alcohol, because when you drink alcohol, your blood vessels dilate, so you feel panas lah kan. Okay, spicy food, not excessive lah. Caffeine, and of course emotions is how you feel. Okay, when you feel stressed, when you feel anger, when you feel frustrated, you feel hot, right? Okay, quite common. Chronic inflammation. Now, chronic inflammation has to do with your body. You are having inflammation at parts of your body, and sluggish liver. Sluggish liver is always because of your food, because of your dietary, whatever that you're eating, you're not sleeping on time, you are not having a good evacuation system, not going to toilet frequently or regularly. Look into all these things as well. You're not detoxifying your body. We need to detoxify every day, and our body does it well when we go to sleep. So make sure that sleep is there as part of it. Lots of liquid, lots of movement, the food, reduce all those unnecessary personal care products with unnatural ingredients, and you have a better body already. So her top 5 oils for hot flushes would be peppermint because it's cooling. It has that menthol, clary sage again there, hormonal balancing, geranium, bergamot, lavender. You see this oil like tak boleh lari sangat lah. It's always there kan. So the hot flash spritz, you may use a 100 ml plastic bottle. With plastic, make sure that the plastic type is 1 or 2. You can see that grading from the bottom of the bottle. There will be like a triangle with 1 or 2. So this is the plastic grade that is recommended for usage of essential oil in a diluted form, because anyhow we are using water and we are using a pinch of salt or witch hazel to emulsify the essential oil into the water, clean water. Okay, so this is the recipe, and you may want to just spray it at the neck, at the décolleté, wherever you want. Some like to keep it in the fridge so that it's cool and nice. So bila rasa panas tu ambil lah spray dekat mana-mana. If you're spraying on your face, please close your eyes. If not, you'll dry later on. Okay. Now this is another one that is nice. A Superwoman roller blend. This one is encompass everything. I think there's an error there. That's not supposed to be cedar wood 2 times. This one my son is supposed to do that yesterday. He forgot. Okay, wait. Superwoman blend. Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be ilang-ilang. It's not cedarwood 2 times. So it's clary sage, lavender, geranium, cedarwood, 4 drops of ilang-ilang. Sorry for the mistake. Okay, so you can use this in a 10 ml roller with FCO, of course. Apply it at the pulse points, inner wrist, behind the ears, wherever you want. Whenever you want, 2 to 3 times daily or 2 to 3 hourly if you require, because this oil helps to support your hormones, it supports your emotions. So this is something that is nice. She recommends it early in the morning lah, before you start your day kan, sapu-sapu and do some affirmation. If you are the kind of person who follows affirmations, do some positive affirmation for yourself and start your day right. So the next one would be low energy and fatigue. This is also one of the reasons, could be your hormone imbalance. Okay, stress again. When you're stressed, you are frazzled, you feel tired, you don't sleep well. So again, that cycle never ends. Rushing woman syndrome, always busy. Always busy. Okay, so we need to be able to prioritize that and to tell ourselves busy is not really good. So we need to know how much we can do, and we also need to be able to carve out time for ourselves, which is self-care. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is a must, because if we do not have self-care, we ultimately run out of fuel. We run out of ourselves basically, and it basically leads to a burnout. A burnout is something very chronic. It takes a very long time for women to recover from burnout, because your body is just, it's like a car it's going on and on without fuel. Even your car, you need to refuel kan, but for us ourselves, we don't refuel. So you need to refuel every day. If you can, try to take some self-care, pockets of self-care, even 10 minutes, 5 minutes, morning, afternoon, night, something like that, to bring back balance to yourself. Poor quality sleep, when you don't sleep well, you wake up feeling tired. Too little or too much activity. This one is extreme. So you got to find some balance there. Okay. So when we look at low energy and fatigue, the oils that always come into mind is the citrus oil. These are the uplifting aroma, bergamot, lemon, wild orange, tangerine. We all love these citrusy uplifting oils. It has another one, of course, is the mint, peppermint, spearmint, rosemary, basil, eucalyptus. These are her recommendations, by the way. So basil is an oil that you can use for supporting chronic fatigue, excessive tiredness. So this is a good one to add on into your diffuser, or even you may want to apply on yourself at the back of your waist, near your kidneys and so on. Okay, the next one would be hormone balancing. This one, as you start menstruating and beyond till the day we stop menstruation and sort of get certified as being in the menopausal age. Menopause means you have stopped ovulating and for a whole year, meaning you don't have a period for 1 whole year, 12 months, no period. Therefore, you will be certified as menopause. And hooray, you don't have to buy sanitary napkin, you don't have to have pain every month. It's like freedom. So it's a time to celebrate. For most women, we find that, hey, I'm done with giving birth and taking care of children. And this is, I was actually reading a book just the other day. May Musk, Elon Musk's mom, wrote about how she celebrated when she reached her 50s and 60s. She says every birthday is a celebration. It's not about looking at aging as being useless. She found that she aged well because she kept learning and she kept going. So there is so much more that you can contribute, especially when you have more experience than others. Always look at it that way. So when we look at hormone balancing, Claricum is a must. It is already blended by doTERRA for you, so you don't have to buy one by one and mix yourself. It's very tedious and we don't know the exact proportion. So this one you can just buy from doTERRA, dilute 20 drops or 1 ml in a 10 ml roller, top up with fractionated coconut oil, and you can apply it at the lower abdomen, just above the pubic hair, inner wrist, behind the ear. This is at your pulse points, and you may also apply it at the inner ankle if you want. If you don't want, just this part is fine. You may also diffuse it if you like, and you can also use it as a personal perfume, because you look at the combination, it sort of supports your stress as well. So a lot of women use this as a personal perfume, 2 to 3 hourly, rather than you go and buy perfume outside that is synthetically made. You're spraying on yourself. Of course, it lasts very long, but these are synthetics and you are poisoning yourself slowly again. So when you have something that is natural, why not 2 to 3 hourly? You sapu, you feel calm, you feel good, you feel focused. Win-win, I feel. Okay, so next is libido. As we age, find that libido may be lacking, and we may also find that women have got some amount of discomfort or pain when having intercourse with your partner or husband, mainly because the vagina wall is thinning. So Dr. Marisa recommends, she actually has a lot of recipes, but I cannot write everything out, right? She recommends, this is some of the things she recommends, okay? So the oil, clary sage, again, rose, okay, rose, we may not have the 5 ml, you may not have it, you may have the touch version, is fine, you can use it. Sandalwood, jasmine, also touch version. Neroli is touch version. So these oils support libido. The other one, if you want to get already pre-blended Cantik Cantik by doTERRA, is Whisper. Whisper comes in a 5 ml bottle, 85 drops. So you can dilute with some carrier oil and apply it at affected areas. So a very nice massage blend that she recommends is this one lah. Ylang Ylang, jasmine and rose. Okay, so with a carrier oil, and you can massage it on yourself before intercourse. And as usual, also there's another recipe she shares here, because lubrication, we tend to lubricate less as we age. So if you find that intercourse is painful, this is a recipe by her. You may want to apply it before intercourse at your vagina. Okay, so this is one. And then next we go into pelvic floor and urinary health. As we age as women, more issues come up with the pelvic area. Urinary infections may be a bit more frequent, not necessary, but it may. Okay, so if you have issues with this kind of pelvic area issues, these are the 5 essential oils that she recommends: clary sage, cypress, juniper. Cypress, juniper, earlier we talked about bladder support kan, so is there lavender and marjoram. So the pelvic soothing blend is also there. Pelvic soothing blend, for some, they find that it is just something to support inflammation, to help feel a bit more comfortable. You can use this recipe to try. And bladder support, this is to help with the frequent urination, even though you know that you did not drink much water, but you feel like you need to go. So this will support the bladder as well. Pelvic pain, if you still find that couple of times in the month or certain times of the month you have got pelvic pain, you may want to use this combination of oils with a hot compress or a cold compress. Of course, when the pain is chronic and is always there, it is good to get yourself checked by your physician to rule out any underlying issues lah. Okay, so that would be my sharing today on the menopause solution by Dr. Mariza. Actually, in her book, she goes on to talk about digestive issues. She also talks about thyroid issues, and she also talks about cognitive function and brain fog, which I think this one I have covered in my other sessions previously, and a lot of other recipes as well. So now I'm going to just go through the last bit, because this is the last month of Diamond Club. So if you're keen to invite essential oils into your home, there's a lot to cover, but 1 hour memang tak cukup. So therefore, guidance is provided when you are welcoming these sets into your home. It could be a pre-made set like this, or it could be certain oils that you may require for your current health challenges or health needs. So in the team, we always provide guidance on how to use the oils correctly, how to use them in a proactive manner as well. So the first set here is the Feminine Duo. This is a female set, I would say, because the Claricum is there for hormone balancing, for stress, for a little bit of inflammation here and there. Immortelle is a beautiful blend of the most exquisite oils: rose, helichrysum, lavender, myrrh, frankincense. This oil is for skin, for focus, for hormone balancing, for aging gracefully, okay, also for any kind of skin issues. These two come in rollers, but they are not diluted. So when you dilute it well, it gives you almost 1 year of supply. Okay, and for the Diamond Club Challenge this month, this is the last month, doTERRA Malaysia is gifting grapefruit essential oil. Grapefruit is a citrus oil. It's from the peel of the grapefruit. Grapefruit is well known for its energizing properties. It can help with cravings, reduce your cravings when you feel like overeating that cake or something that you're not supposed to eat, like cravings at that time of the month. So you need some support. It also helps with focus, energy. It helps for cellulite. If you have got cellulite at certain parts of the body, most of us women, we do. It's fine. You can just dilute with some fractionated coconut oil. Apply for lymphatic drainage to smoothen the skin. The other side is pain management. If you have got someone who needs support with pain and inflammation, these oils will help, especially if they are on a lot of other medications. You don't want to overburden the kidney and the liver. Okay, so this is beautiful. These two other sets are starter kits and my first kit with a selection of oils for everyday use, physical, mental, and emotional well-being. I have done a session on family wellness this month, and if you would like to look at that recording, I will share with you later my page. You can just go there and have a look and just view it and get some knowledge. This is the other two sets that are worth the family kit. This is the top 10 oils in 5 ml bottle, 85 drops. The diffuser is there, the fractionated coconut oil is there, grapefruit is there. On the other side is the home essential kit. This is the most worthwhile kit to get, because the freebies alone is almost 500 to 600 ringgit. You're paying 1,003, but you get your freebies, almost half of it already freebies. So the oils: grapefruit, adaptive. Adaptive is a combination of oils for focus and calming. This is beautifully blended by doTERRA. Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, not just for your breathing, for your sleep, it also helps for aches and discomfort as well. Ravinsera is another one that is calming, at the same time uplifting, depending on what you want to combine it with. It helps for clear breathing. It helps to cleanse the air. A lot of other usages. I have done sessions on this and they are all on my YouTube channel. So if you would like to go to my YouTube channel, you can look me up, Kavitha Kolandavilu, or on social media. If you are keen to get in touch or invite doTERRA into